My name is H.A. Goodman, and I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. Hit subscribe right now. We're on our way to 120,000 subscribers. We're almost at 118,000. Let's get to 120,000 before November 6, 2018. I am on record on every single medium. I was published in the Daily Caller. I was on RT's Crosstalk on television. That's in my pinned tweet, at H.A. Goodman author. Republicans, I'm stating, and I have stated since May 30th, Republicans will keep the House. Democrats are not going to take the House. It'll be, the third time in 100 years that the party not in power fails to regain at least power in Congress. But I have been stating categorically my prediction will come true, just like I was right in 2016 when I said that Clinton could not win. I wrote endlessly about that in the Hill Salon and the Huffington Post. This was when I was brainwashed and I thought that Bernie Sanders would fight for his voters and say, no, wait, you cheated me. I'm not going to go campaign for people who cheated me. Well, that didn't happen. Now they're going to blame Bernie again. Almost all the Medicare for all patients. Candidates are going to fail. They're going to lose their contests in the House. Andrew Gillum is going to lose to DeSantis in Florida. DeSantis will be the governor of Florida. Beto O'Rourke will lose to Ted Cruz in Texas. The progressive movement that Bernie tried to revive and resuscitate, that was on life support because Nancy Pelosi allowed it to be. Nancy Pelosi, mainly Hillary Clinton, said, you know what, we have nothing here. Clinton is an actual criminal. She transferred top secret intelligence from Cybernet, JWICs, and SCIFs onto a server that was once unencrypted in her bathroom and basement. Gee, that's U.S. Code 793F of the Espionage Act, even if she's too stupid to indict. We really stand for nothing. Clinton took prison lobbyist donations. She called black youth super predators. They cheated for her. I stated she was unelectable because of favorability ratings and scandal. She had to win swing states. I stated that. That's one of the first segments on this YouTube channel. Now they are at risk of losing the black vote, the African-American vote. If they lose 5 to 10%, they're done. Well, if they lose 10%, almost 10%, about 8% of black voters voted for Trump. If 20% of black voters voted for Trump, the Democrats are done. Now, if 30%, because Jewish voters, Latino voters, Asian American voters all vote 70% Democrat. Black voters vote 90+% Democrat. Now, if they ever get to 70% Democrat, you could kiss the Democratic Party goodbye. It'll cease to exist, and it'll just be it'll cease to exist. You can look back in American history. Okay, so it will just be a party that will no longer be there. But Kanye West represents an existential threat. That's why they're going at him hard. That's why they're saying he's a mental case. Don Lemon even went after his mother passed away, and Don Lemon had the audacity to bring up his own mother? How does Don Lemon know what Kanye West's mother would say? Oh, because someone told him? Democrats run on gossip and hearsay, but yet you don't know the gossip about Clinton, though. Isn't it interesting? There's no Steele dossier to go ahead and indict Clinton or investigate Clinton. James Comey, we covered it up fair and square. That's it. James Comey, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, Andrew McCabe, we covered it up fair and square. There's nothing you can do now. We already covered it up. Well, yeah, that's not really the case, though. Because when political momentum and power and influence switches, when you have the Democrats in bed giving their souls to the intelligence community and the media, well, what do you think the media and the intelligence community really want? They want power. You think they care about Hillary Clinton? They're with her out of convenience because they think they derive power from her. On November 6, 2018, when the walls collapse, and Democrats just descend into a ball of furious, of miserable, of misery and madness and blame and hate and anger. Can you imagine how they're going to react after 2 years? We're going to get Trump. He's racist. He's a Russian, but he worked for Putin. He did this and that, and he's horrible, and he tweets me. He's a great economy. Peace between North and South Korea. Corrupt FBI agents, so he's draining the swamp like he said he would. All fired. And there will be more people fired and more people under a grand jury investigation like Andrew McCabe is right now. You think the Mueller probe's going to advance? No, it's already fizzled out. So they're going after Kanye West. And it's done. I mean, there's really nothing they can do to stop the hemorrhaging, the bleeding, the ship that just hit the iceberg. There's nothing they can do. From here on out, ladies and gentlemen, Democrats will become more unhinged. Operation Estrogen Fury didn't work. They tried to submarine Kavanaugh, didn't work. They tried to impeach Trump, didn't work. They tried to attack and demean and insult Kanye West, not working. Because you have Jim Brown, the legendary Jim Brown there, and he's part of American, not just American history. You're now talking about, like, Americana. You're now talking about the culture of America. Spans beyond, obviously he's a hero within the black community, but spans beyond any particular ethnicity. Jim Brown is a part of America. Kanye West is on his way to becoming a legend. Donald Trump will be in history forever. But you're talking about Jim Brown, who's the greatest football player of all time, civil rights icon. But Jim Brown is just part of America. He was there. So Don Lemon is not going to touch him, not going to disparage him. And if you ever dare say, why is Jim Brown there? Your career as a pundit or a journalist or a CNN contributor or whatever, if you ever dare disparage Jim Brown, you're done. Not because Jim Brown would do anything, just because the rest of America, even Democrats, would be like, no, don't. That's blasphemous. And if Don Lemon and CNN, they're all going after Kanye West, that's a fight they're going to lose, even if he was there on his own. But the fact that the legendary Jim Brown was there lends a lot more credibility to Kanye West and everyone else there. So if you disparage Kanye, you're also tacitly or in a roundabout way saying, well, why was Jim Brown there? Obviously, Jim Brown is not going to sit in front of somebody who's this racist monster. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. They're going to lose, like I said they would, in May. The House will remain Republican, and hopefully we get a special counsel. The House will remain Republican. Republicans will win, Democrats will lose, and Republicans will gain in the Senate. I have made this prediction in May on television. I've written about it in the Daily Caller. I'm going to tell you every single segment from here until November 6th. Be on this channel November 6th. Because everyone's talking about a blue wave. That ain't going to happen. Thank you so much. Hit subscribe.